Shalom, this is Burning for Yeshua. I had to tell you about these lost tribes of Israel. Well, if we were to read the Bible, they're not so lost. They're not that lost according to the Bible. Get your Bibles out. I'm about to tell you. Isaiah 11, verse 11. He will set... Wait, wrong. Okay, it's up here. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand against the second time to recover the remnant of his people who are left, from Assyria and Egypt, from Pathros and Cush, from Elam and Shinar, from Hamath and the islands of the sea. Do you guys realize what this is saying right here? This is telling us where Israel is these days. The lost tribes of Israel and everything. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now we're going to go into this for quite a bit. First of all, it says right here, from Assyria. This is referring obviously to Assyria. Then we got the Assyrians who are left these days, and over there in Iraq, and I believe a lot of their genes actually is Hebrew genes mixed in with Assyria. And there's this extra biblical book that supports this, called the Book of Tobit, where it talks about this guy called Tobit from the tribe of Naphtali, who gets taken to capture by the Assyrians, and he stays in Assyria. Him and his family, and eventually becomes some high-ranking official. But yeah, the good number of Naphtalites have stayed in Assyria and took high positions, and I guarantee to you there are a lot of Assyrians have the blood of Israel within them. Egypt. It says somewhere in Jeremiah about this. Pathros as well, because Pathros is part of Egypt. I'm so sorry, I should have prepared better for this. I gotta look up the... Well, no, I don't have to look up the verse, but basically, there's something in Jeremiah that is said. It says that when the Babylonians were invading Israel, there were a good number of Israelites who decided, you know what, we're going to hightail it. We're going to get out of this place. And Jeremiah's just like, no, we can't leave here. We must stay. And they're just like, no, we're going to leave. Come with us. And Jeremiah's just like, fine, I'll come. And it says in that piece of biblical stuff, in that verse, that section of the Bible, that the Israelites spread all the way down the Nile River as well. They settled in the land of Goshen and in certain cities. And I don't know exactly where that is, but I'm going to look that up after I'm done recording this, and I will post the verse in the the description section. And so all the way down the Nile River right here, all the way up here, Down here we have Israelites. And you could also extend that range down further, all the way down here, because that is where the Limba people are, and the Limba people are Israelites. It's not questioned by most people. So that's a lot of people. Plus, in Kenya, they have these two cities that bear the name of Israelite cities. I've got one of the names, but there's another city called Jericho, somewhere in there. And it is, and Jericho, yeah. Oh yeah, I just remembered the other city. The other city is called Gilgil, which is Gilgal, sounding very similar. So they're both in Kenya. So I don't think that it's a coincidence. I think that there are Israelites there in Kenya. So we now go on to Cush again, all the way down here. This is Cush, people. But wait, there's more. We've also got the West Coast, Cameroon. Its capital, it's called Yaoundé. That looks very similar to Yehuda or Judah, if you want to be English about it. And then we got the Igbo right here. I haven't found that good evidence for it, but whatever. Then there's the Akan people, who live somewhere in this general area, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo. I don't remember exactly the range. But the Akan people, they are named after this Israelite, this Judite named Achan. Achan. But it works as Akan, the Akan, because of the same letter in Hebrew. It's identical. It's exactly identical. And then we have a subgroup of the Akan people called the Ashanti. The Ashanti comes from Ashan, which is a city in Simeon or Shimon. And then we got these people that we nowadays call the Wedo, that live somewhere down here right on the coast. It used to be this huge empire that was well recorded by the invading Europeans and everything. Now, what they used to call these people, the English used to call them Judah. Juda. Judah. There's no coincidence right there. Oh yeah, and the Portuguese call them Judah. You know what they call Judah? Judah. And then they both even have the exact same accent mark on the A and everything. Which, if you know the Romance languages, that's something that's very important, with identifying, separating words. So, yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, and the Wedo people, or the Judah people, they call themselves the Wedo. Now, we can compare that easily with Judah in the Hebrew.